This dude right here died. Jerry Adler, Sopranos star, dead at 96. I guess he was also in something called The Good Wife. I think it was a movie.
Hollywood is mourning the loss of Jerry Adler. The actor, best known for his role in The Sopranos and The Good Wife, died on August 23rd according to his obituary. He was 96 years old. There are no further details on his death at this time. Moments after the tragic news broke, Adler's friend Frank J. Riley paid emotional tribute to the late actor on social media. Writing on X, my friend Jerry Adler died today at the age of 96. You know him from one of his iconic roles and from many of his guest appearances. Not bad for a guy who didn't start acting until he was 65. Indeed, Adler spent much of his early career working behind the scenes on Broadway productions. He did not make his on-screen debut until 1991 when he starred in the series Brooklyn Bridge. Then 8 years later, he secured his career-defining role as loan shark Herman Hesh Rabkin in The Sopranos. And following the end of the iconic HBO series in 2007, Adler went on to play another major role in The Good Wife, as well as its spin-off series The Good Fight. His other credits include Woody Allen's Manhattan Murder Mystery, as well as supporting roles in All Right Already, Hudson Street, and Rescue Me. He is survived by his wife Joan Laxman. Adler was 96 years old.
Okay, so this is an old guy, right? He age 96. I don't like to just come on here and someone died. Look at how it's fake, right? Like I don't necessarily that's not my goal, but what happens is I end up seeing interesting connections. So it kind of exposes like the language and these patterns of which we're given these stories. Do you know what I'm saying? We have enough YouTubers out there just repeating exactly what the news tells them and just going along with the story, right? I like going at it from this angle and just showing you things like, isn't that interesting? I mean, he was age 96. Okay. So, I guess it could have been expected. That's longer than a life expectancy, yeah. I mean, if I can make it to 96, I don't know how happy I'll be into my 90s and beyond, but actor, Broadway backstage vet, turned late in life actor, dies at age 96 right here. And I'm going to show you some. If I want to try to pull it up on Canva. Oh, okay. It wouldn't it wouldn't upload to Canva. So that's okay. We can just go right here. So look, this is what they tell us. And look how it syncs up, okay? Among Adler's acting credits are The Sopranos, on which he played Tony Soprano advisor Hesh Rabkin across all 6 seasons, and The Good Wife, where he played law partner Howard Lyman. Look at that. I just dropped the with the Sopranos. Check that out. The Good Wife 117 like Sopranos. Okay? The Good Wife 63, Sopranos has 36, and you get a 45 match. Even with the characters, look, you get H's right there. There's that H right there. Remember Hulk Hogan died. And if you couldn't guess by now, you know this is going to be connected to Donald Trump as well. Trump equals 88. So you get H, the eighth letter, Howard Hesh. Those are the characters he played in these two shows. Hesh Rabkin in The Sopranos, Howard Lyman in The Good Wife. Look at that. Jerry Adler 53 like Howard Lyman. Hesh Rapkin's got 95 like Adler. So, the real name syncing up with the character names, but we would never know other than what they tell us. Like, oh, this is what the guy's name is. You know what I'm saying? Like, but supposedly it's Jerry Adler, and you can see how Jerry Adler and Adler syncs up with those character names right there. He even had 53 Broadway productions to his name before he stepped in front of a film or TV camera. Even 5 plus 3 is 8. Oh, did I just catch that right there? Look at that 53. He had 53 Broadway productions to his name. Jerry Adler 53. And the character in The Good Wife he played 53. Wow, I just caught that. I was going to say 5 plus 3 is 8 to go with the eighth letter of the alphabet. Howard H. Hesh H. You like that pick? I really enjoy putting these pictures together, and there's always symbolism going on here. I'm going to try to remember to get into it. Okay, so I just put that up there. The Sopranos, kind of like a mob. To be honest, I kind of know what it is, but to be honest, I don't like watch shows like that. Kind of like a mob feel to it. And The Good Wife, I've never seen, but you just kind of look at the title, and we'll get into a little bit more of that if I remember here in a bit. But there's always some kind of symbolism going on here. Remember, it's like a puzzle, and there's like riddles. So you may get a story with somebody's wife soon. you know so look at that right there. The Sopranos equals 50 in the ordinal cipher, 150, excuse me. And this has been a trend. Remember, I told you I'm here to show these patterns. The Sopranos 150, and Zach Wheeler trending out for the season. This injury requiring more surgery. I forgot what the injury was, but it's trending. I covered it on my channel. Look at his May 30th birthday. That's the 150th day of the year. So look, now another trending story with 150. Even Sean Kemp Sr. got sentenced for a shooting in a mall parking lot in Washington. Look at Sean Kemp Sr. 150. I simply pulled these slides from the other breakdowns. And a 150-day span from Brent Hines, his death, to his next birthday, guitarist of the heavy metal band uh, Mastodon, or thrash metal. I can't remember how they titled it, but like have some sort of heavy metal. But look at the 150-day span. So 150, 150, 150, 150. I mean, isn't that wild? So you're getting the same numbers with all of these trending stories. Okay? So it's like a computer that's running the show. Obviously, there's a lot more things that you do that where numbers are involved than you could even imagine. I've went over it before. Your alarm goes off. Oh, 6 a.m. or whatever time it is, right? You may get up and some people use the microwave, right? You may let me microwave whatever it is. Let me heat that up for 2 minutes, right? Oh, it's 7:30. Got to head to work. Oh, I'm almost out of gas. Let me fill my tank. Oh man, there's $70 I'll never see again. Get to work, whatever the time, 8:30. Oh, clock in. Oh, you may need an employee number, right? You get your lunch at 12:30 today. Okay. Make sure you clock out. You get it? So these numbers go a long way, and it's so meticulous. They all just kind of synchronize and kind of create events. I mean, if that I don't know if I can really explain it, because look, I'm still trying to figure it out myself. Okay? Even Jake Paul, look at his full name. Trending because he's going to fight Gervonta Davis. Look at that. And all of this stuff is even connected to Kobe Bryant because his birthday was August 23rd, okay? Even Gervonta Davis trending with this fight he's going to have against Jake Paul. Gervonta Davis' middle name is Bryant. Last name Davis. You remember Anthony Davis played for the Lakers with that? That's kind of a Kobe connection there, okay? So, one, two, three, four, five stories now with that 150. And I'm not picking and choosing the stories that I'm covering. These are just stories they pop up and it's like, okay, I'll do that one. Okay, I'll do that one. Okay, I'll do that one. Even, I mean, it's undeniable, really. Look at that. Five 150s, all different stories. Notice that 51 there with Jake Joseph Paul. You see that right there? Because The Sopranos equals 51 in reduction. James Gandolfini, he died at age 51. I remember when that guy died. Here he is right here. Okay, so it even spills into this character who died at age 51. American actor who won 3 Emmys for his portrayal of New Jersey mafia boss Tony Soprano in the HBO drama The Sopranos. You see that? So look how that 51 lands right there, okay? Isn't that it's a fact first and foremost, okay? First and foremost, that's a fact. We could even go a step further because the Mastodon guitarist here, it was motorcycle. He died in a motorcycle crash, yeah? Motorcycle equals 51, like Jake Joseph Paul equals 51. And remember, Kobe Bryant, it wasn't a motorcycle crash, but Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash. So you see, and we could probably go on and on and on about all of that. Just in case that news clip didn't play earlier, I'm just going to go ahead and play this on my phone real quick, and we have some more slides.
Fans are mourning the loss of Sopranos star Jerry Adler. The actor spent decades behind the scenes on Broadway before stepping in front of the camera.
Such a kid. I don't know what you call it. Talent, charisma, magic, but you got it.
According to a family announcement, he passed away yesterday. On The Sopranos, he played Hesh Rabkin, advisor to Tony Soprano, but he has numerous other TV credits to his name.
Numerous other TV credits, and I might play another video there. So as we move forward here, shout out to Richard West, because I totally missed this 24 when I was putting this together. But Kobe Bryant had the number 24 on his jersey to end his career, and Kobe Bryant Day is on the 24th day of August. It's the 25th as I speak right now, so you have that Kobe energy. That guy's name is James right there. The mob boss in Sopranos that died. Like LeBron James with the connection with Kobe Bryant. You see how that works? And we had the Davis connection with Gervonta Bryant Davis. So look how that works. And this guy died at age 96. I think there's a 96 connection with the Lakers. I can't remember if it's just Lakers when you write it out. There's a 96 somewhere with Lakers, if I remember correctly. And this guy's name is Adler. Like, kind of sounds like Laker, kind of. Wow, so James Gandolfini, James like LeBron also. That's pretty wild, huh? And even Gandolfini, you could stretch a little bit, maybe like Gervonta. But anyways, you get that G, huh? So that's pretty wild. But check this out, man. Okay? Because look at that. So he dies on Kobe Bryant's birthday. I guess I didn't mention that earlier. Jerry Adler. 2 months and 4 days after the death anniversary of James Gandolfini. Wow, that was already 12 years ago. But Jerry Adler, you see him on the right, dies 2 months, 4 days after James Gandolfini's death anniversary. Check that out. And again, Kobe had that 24. But look at the dude's birthday is 2-4 right there, Jerry Adler. So 2-4, 2-4, undeniable, right? Oh, okay. So I had Jerry Adler in there. I knew I saw that 53. I knew I saw that 53. I put it in there twice. It even connects with this birthday by Zach Wheeler. And remember, Kobe Bryant, born in Philadelphia. This guy, a member of the Philadelphia Phillies, trending. Okay. I'm sorry, bud, but by the numbers, you're going to miss the rest of the season. And that's completely by the numbers there because look at his birthday is May 30th, 5:30. Drop that zero, you get 53. Numerology rules. So look at how that works right there. Look how that works. I mean, that's isn't that wild? It takes a lot of years of practice, doing this over and over and over again. You kind of expand your decoding abilities and you're able to connect these stories a little bit easier. But wow, that's pretty wild that 5:30 birthday connects. But yeah, back to this 53. 5:30 is like 53 Broadway productions. I happen to put it in there twice. Now we're on to this Donald Trump connection. So all of these characters they're just synced up by the trending news, okay? Because Jerry Adler, he dies 165 days before his upcoming birthday. Donald Trump's last birthday was the 165th day of the year. Don't forget he was in that other show, The Good Wife. Okay, right there. So that's interesting, right? Because when I look at The Good Wife over here, I just pulled this up before I hit record. Look at this. When a very public sex and political corruption scandal lands her husband Peter in prison. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing because that makes you think maybe like a Trump connection, doesn't it? And you could probably think about like Melania Trump. So isn't that wild? So they would I think they kind of put the truth out there with a piece over here in this story, a piece over in that story, a piece over in this other story over here, piece, 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 piece. And I think they get the truth out there, but you don't, it's like half truths because, they're from different stories, if that makes sense. So, so this could be, let's use it as an example. This could be like maybe the truth about the Donald Trump character, right? But they're putting the truth in all those different stories. So when I read, when a very public sex and political corruption scandal, politics, right? Scandal, corruption. They mention a sex scandal. You see what I'm saying? lands her husband Peter in prison, whoever that is. I never watched the movie. Alyssa Florrick, Emmy winner Juliana Margulies must get past the humiliation and betrayal and assume responsibility for her family. She resumes her career as a defense attorney. So that's interesting, right? And then you have the Sopranos again. The Tony Soprano. Tony's got tea like Trump as well. Juggles the family problems of his fractious family with those of a family of a different sort, the mob. So that's interesting, right? Because you may think these characters on the world stage are a part of some kind of organization, right? Notice how they don't really say the mob anymore. They used to say it all the time in rap music. It's a word that's kind of went away, huh? So there might be some kind of hush hush cover up going on there. But he sees a therapist to deal with his professional and personal problems, which bring on panic attacks. He deals with personal and professional power struggles, affairs, violence. They're talking about Tony Soprano, though. So that's interesting. And you may think of Melania Trump, right? So there may be some kind of symbolism there, okay? And we may touch a little bit more on that. Okay, and you see the Trump birthday. So you see how Trump connects here with this guy. And of course, look, the Donald. Don is a title used to signify the head of a mafia family or crime syndicate. Essentially the boss. Remember he had the show where he's firing people? The Apprentice, remember that? You're fired. Isn't that interesting? So these are just characters, okay? These are just characters. Man, it's nice outside. But look at that. You see that? Isn't that amazing? And it makes you want to think and maybe look at Melania Trump, maybe go look at her dad, maybe her dad may be tied in or something, you know? Okay, so Adler, that's this guy who dies at age 96. Okay, on Kobe Bryant's birthday. And I'll try to remember to go look, but I think Lakers might equal 96. But check this out. Adler is primarily a German word and surname meaning eagle. Isn't that amazing? And that's this dude's last name. And obviously, the bald eagle is officially recognized as the national bird of the United States, man. And I don't know if that's AI, Trump holding the eagle, probably. A painting. Isn't that awesome, though? Obviously, you're connecting Trump, you're connecting the president to the United States, obviously. So isn't that amazing? And this dude is born in 29. Trump equals 29. He dies 2 months and 9 days after Trump's birthday. Even Trump's last birthday had 29 date numerology. You even flip that 29. He dies 9 weeks, 2 days after the death anniversary of James Gandolfini. So you see him up on the left there, right? The mob boss in that show or whatever. Isn't that amazing? Now, notice the 65 because so you see the 2 months, 4 days hit because that's dude's birthday, February 4th, Adler, the 2-4 with Kobe, right? Now you see how it hits with the 9 weeks, 2 days. Those are just the same. It's just in a different form. You see that? During that video earlier, they said he didn't start his movie career until age 65. I think that's what I heard in that clip earlier. Hopefully you got to hear it. But wow, if that is true, look at that. That's the same as 65 days. Look how amazing that is. And it looks like James Gandolfini died on Juneteenth right there. And this guy's from Brooklyn. Brooklyn's got the 112 like Donald. Brooklyn, New York. Donald Trump is also born in New York.
Late in life Hollywood actor Jerry Adler has died. Adler is best known for his role as Hesh Rapkin in the HBO show The Sopranos. He transitioned into becoming an actor in his 60s. Before that, he had 53 Broadway productions to his name, all behind the scenes, serving as a stage manager, producer, or editor. Adler also attended Syracuse University. He is survived by his wife and 4 daughters.
It was 65, and he dies in the year 25. Trump equals 25. He did start film at age 65. Dies 65 days after the death anniversary of James Gandolfini. Oh, they gotta play music? They play music in these, man. We don't want music. We don't want music.
The Sopranos had
Uh-oh, emergency alert.
lost another legend. Jerry Adler has died
Uh-oh.
at 96. Best known as Herman Hesh Rapkin, trusted advisor to Tony Soprano.
Oh my gosh, man, I'm tired
Best
of
known
these
as
phones.
Herman Hesh Rapkin, trusted advisor to Tony Soprano, Adler brought depth and grit to the iconic HBO series. Amazingly, he didn't even start acting until age 65, yet went on to shine in The Good Wife, Rescue Me, and Woody Allen's
There's that
Manhattan Murder Mystery.
65. Let's hit that 65 again.
Advisor to Tony Soprano, Adler brought depth and grit to the iconic HBO series. Amazingly, he didn't even start acting until age 65,
There it is.
yet went on to shine in The Good Wife, Rescue Me, and Woody
65.
Allen's Manhattan Murder Mystery. His career stretched from Broadway stages to Hollywood screens, proving it's never too late to find your calling.
For real, man. For real. Okay, so I hope you like the details of that. I do want to verify that Lakers point that I made earlier. I think Lakers has the 96. Yes, it does. This guy dies at 96. He dies on Kobe Bryant's birthday. Ooh, Lakers does have that 42, and this guy's birthday is the 4th day of the 2nd month. Look at that right there. So all Kobe again. And remember, Dr. Jerry Buss owned the Lakers. And I brought that up in the Rampage Jackson, Raja Jackson video, the last one I dropped. I brought that up in that. Isn't that amazing? Jerry Adler, like Jerry Buss. And remember, the Lakers sold the team recently. Obviously, Jerry Buss no longer with us. He died one day after Michael Jordan's birthday. Kobe Bryant died January 26. This guy's born January 27. This guy's born in 33. Even Kobe wore 33 in high school. Kobe equals 33. Dies in 2013. 20 plus 13 is 33. I mean, come on, man. But yes, you get that Jerry connection even right there. Adler sounds like Laker. There's that Kobe 33 right there. See that? There's 15 that was hitting with the 51 and the 150 like 15. Lakers even has 21 like Kobe. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's a big deal and it needs to be brought up, man. Kobe Bryant, right? Kind of a main figure that us decoders look at. Okay? I mean, this was a big death on the world stage right here. But yes, Kobe's birthday 2 days ago. Massive death on the world stage. Big time. You know, you see LeBron, MJ right there. These characters all synced up. Okay, so hopefully, I know the last video, the one before last hit almost 40 minutes. But I mean, this is all valuable information, okay? And of course, there's going to be some stuff I missed. The 51 hit massive. James Gandolfini, like LeBron. There's a lot of James going on. There's a lot of LeBron energy as well. I think I'm working on a breakdown right now. I can't even remember who it is, but dude's got the same birthday as LeBron. But that will be coming out soon. Okay, yeah, and again, there might be some symbolism with Melania. You know, I read you what the good wife is about, so it can be some kind of symbolism for Donald Trump. We're just not getting all the pieces to the story, right? Okay, Sopranos star Jerry Adler, Broadway backstage vet, turned late in life actor, dies at age 96. That's my breakdown. There's always more, but I'm leaving it there. Until next time.